Thank you, Mr. President. It's an honor to be here this morning. The one thing that I have noticed is that the Senate does do things different than the House, where I served for 16 years. It took me 4 months to get to the podium in the House, and I'm here within the first hour over here. But I would like to stop and just say thanks to Larry Martin, Senator Martin, who served here for a number of years in this body and in the House. And you know, we very much appreciate him back in Pickens County and for what he did, and I want him to know that I appreciate him too. But it's an honor for me to be able to serve here also. God has given me the ability to serve here. He's given me the wisdom to serve here. And I don't know what the mission is that he has set forth for me, but he's got one. My mom and dad and Ruth's mother and father, the wisdom that they helped me with, they taught me growing up, taught me what hard work was about, and you know that was very important. That's part of growing up and learning what it means to serve people, and I appreciate the opportunity to do that. I have my wife Ruth sitting back here, and she's put up with me for 35 years, and for that I thank her. And we've got two beautiful daughters, Tana and Meredith, and both of them have been very supportive of all this time. I want to thank the folks back in Pickens County. You know, without them, obviously, I wouldn't be here. The time that we spent out knocking on doors and going around seeing people and just trying to understand what the needs of the community are, that was important to me. And I think about my service in the House and what I learned in the House. And some of you remember Al Robinson. Al was my seatmate when I came in, and Al took me, and as I'll ask you to do today for me, Al took me, put me under his wing, and took care of me, and made sure I tried to stay in the right direction. And then Phil Owens came in after Al left, and Phil, he kept that rudder straight and kept me going where I needed to go. He kept me from doing some stupid things sometimes, and I kept him from doing some too. But that's just part of it. David Wilkins. David Wilkins taught me what it was like to be able to fight this minute, to have a fight with somebody in the body, and remember that 10 minutes from now I may need you on my side. So don't burn bridges as you go. That's very important. Jim Hodges, Governor Jim Hodges, remembering him, he was on the other side of the aisle. I always remember I could go sit down and talk to Jim, and Jim would tell me, this is my position on something, this is your position on something. And just to making sure that, you know, he told me the truth on both sides, and that's very important, telling the truth in here. John Felder, I don't know if y'all remember John Felder, but John, I remember him going to the podium a number of times and talking about getting congaree fever. And for those of you that don't know what congaree fever is, it's when you're waiting on the State House block to come in on election eve and it doesn't show up. You know, the people back home are the ones that voted for you, not the ones right here at the State House. So congaree fever is when you lose your sense of direction and you think these folks in here are more important than you folks back home. And then from this body, I remember J. Vern Smith. I think all of you do. If you had to pick a Southern statesman and put a picture of him out there, it would be J. Vern Smith. And you know, I can remember him on Thursday mornings going into the chapel over here every Thursday morning and seeing him sitting there. I mean, he was a Southern gentleman if there ever was one. I'm here today to ask for your help. And I need each and every one of your help, even the freshmen. When you see me getting a little bit out of line or doing something you don't think I should be doing, I ask you to stop me and say, and this goes for the people back home and goes for my family. You know, when we took the oath of office a minute ago, and we've taken it several times, we talk about preserve, protect, and defend. And going back, I'm going to go way back in history and just throw a little something at you. My great-grandfather was one of the original signers on the Constitution in 1895. So I've got a little something to fight for when I fight for the state Constitution. I've got the U.S. Constitution I'm going to fight for, and I've got the Bible that I'll keep on my desk. If anybody needs to just stop a minute and read that. You know, if you think about the oath we took, it says, so help me God. When I say so help me God, I'm saying a prayer. I'm saying help me God do my mission right here. And I'm asking you to do the same. I'm proud to be the senator from Pickens. And thank you. Everybody have a great Christmas. Thank you very much.